Robin, you're looking up the stairwell and you see on the top floor looking down at you as a man with shock white hair lean over the banister.
No offense to the butler, but he's about to get shot right now.
Edward Monroe. Did he have what color hair did he have?
Yeah, white hair.
Actually, didn't matter to Robin, but I appreciate the question. She's too on edge. It's a single shot. No time to do anything else.
He's 5 stories up.
Yep.
Shit. At least I got a image. And it may not be him. And it may not be him.
May not be.
Right? Fantismo.
Bad career choices.
Bad. Exactly. Why was I not a secretary? Right? Keith looks deeply at the books.
Yes. Continue. What? You pulled the trigger.
It's a last light shot of 31 to attempt to hit white hair.
You pull the trigger. You see the barrel flash as you're used to seeing. You're watching and tracking your target, and you see the bullet stop about 20 feet overhead and drop back down to your feet.
The bullet?
The bullet.
Did it make sound like a shot did go off?
It didn't necessarily. I mean, you've seen ricochets before. This thing just kind of went up 20 feet and stopped its motion incredibly fast and just dropped.
Totally cool. But I just mean the way you described it for a moment was I see things. Did it go with the hammer hitting the back of the explosive propellant, boom, and then, okay.
You fired a shot as normal. It left the chamber, got about 20 feet from the barrel, and just abruptly stopped, halted its motion, and fell at your feet. You hear it clanking down the stairs behind you.
Strangely familiar to the horrible creature from the other side that, like, stopped her bullet, kind of? Maybe. Close enough.
Probably in her recollection, that would be the closest association.
Close enough.
It's disturbing.
She doesn't say anything. The bullet fire up and her angle of attack up 5 floors is probably loud enough.
You see his hand reach over and he makes some kind of a gesture, and you see little spots of light coming down your direction. They move erratically around the spiral staircase, kind of taking strange arcs, and then move your direction and strike you.
Don't you hate it when, like, you have that visual migraine that just starts taking away your vision? Is that just me?
Oh, yeah. I see stars all the time.
Keith, when I looked into that courtyard behind this building, by any chance was there a fire escape?
Roll 6-sider.
5.
You don't see one on this side. There's one on the adjacent facing. It looks like it goes to a different apartment.
Like a different building?
It's the same building. They're joined at the back.
Okay.
17. Robin, you feel something hit you forcefully with a lot of light and heat for 19 points of damage.
Call out, although not as loud as the bullet.
Cornell.
Where is this situation in relation to me?
So Robin is a few steps up the metal spiral staircase behind you. You're facing a door. You hear her cry out with a grimace, not really overly loud, but kind of a, oh, son of a. You glance over your shoulder and see her bracing against something. You can tell magic has happened in her vicinity, but can't tell exactly what it was.
Is she looking up?
She's looking up.
Can I look up and see what she's looking at, or is my angle not right on that?
Your angle's not right. You'll need to move about 5 feet closer to the spiral stairs.
Something like this.
I will go ahead and move that 5 feet and
You
look up.
slide over, look up. You let your eyes adjust a little bit. There's enough light that you can see up, and you see a man 5 stories up leaning over the stairwell railing with his arm extended down.
I hate this. I fire.
Roll.
Natch.
Nice.
You pull the trigger. You watch the bullet go up 20 feet. Roll your damage.
$16, assuming it's a crit.
Yes. 16. The bullet bounces off some kind of invisible barrier, and you hear it clink, 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 drop a few steps down and land nearly at your feet.
I don't like that. Is Robin on the stairs?
Yes.
I'm going to move past her up the stairs 35 feet, assuming I can go that far.
You move up. You climb up the stairs. You enter into what looks like a second floor landing. Off to your right, which would be west, is a door. And off to your left, behind you, is another door. You look back, and there's a window that faces the street. This room has 2 shelves in it. Looks like they're full of books. Quick glance at the titles. Looks like encyclopedias and fiction. Nothing terribly important.
So do I move past that 20-foot barrier that my bullet collided with?
You're climbing up enough. You get to that point, and your head bends at a funny angle as you hit an invisible barrier.
Okay. And that is my turn. I do stop with my hand on it so that it's clear that it's there to anybody.
Robin, you glance up and you see Cornell up above on the stairways. He's got his hand on something invisible pushing against it. You don't see anything, though. It's your turn, Robin.
We need some Ghostbusters. What? Oh, sorry. So it's my turn?
Yep.
Running up then the steps, clenching my side where what hit me? Like it felt like
It felt like a force, like a really hard punch, but it had some hot heat to it.
right. Okay, so grab my side and I'm running up the steps then to join Cornell.
You get alongside of him. You see him touching the air in front of him, and it's got resistance.
Am I able to try to push past this force?
You touch
I try.
he's touching. You feel what feels like a wall, but there's nothing there visibly.
There. Blanca! I call out, Blanca! And I'm going to try to push past the force.
Do a seek action.
Seek.
Yep.
Survive. Perception.
Perception.
Copy. Oh, Jeez. It's almost a match, but is not. It's a 36.
Cornell, you're watching Robin as she pushes up against this same force you're feeling. And Robin, you're running your hands along it, and you get to what feels like an edge. At the very edge of the stairwell, there's like a 6-inch gap between the stairs and whatever this force is or field is stopping you. Your hand pushes past it, but there's not enough room for you to move through it. Cornell, you watch her kind of play as her hand moves past this, and you saw whatever little force objects that came down must have passed through this little narrow divide.
I can almost feel. It's, I don't know, 2 actions worth so far. I mean,
Sure,
I
you
can't
got
move by it.
1 action remaining. You can't get through there.
There's nothing worthwhile left. I will, shit. Vantage point to the white hair.
You look up, you see him leaning over the banister. His face is serious and stern.
Mm-hmm. Is there a vantage point to be able to be hidden from his direct line of sight?
Not while you're on the stairs.
Uh-huh.
It does occur to you that you could put your gun up through that opening and perhaps take a pot shot at him.
I'm picturing something weird, but okay, I'll give that a shot. I don't have any. Yeah, I'm picturing it like differently against the wall, so that's good. That's worthwhile since I did the seek action. I'll take a shot unhunted.
You poke your gun up through there, pull the trigger.
Just picturing it a little bit different. It's cool. It's cool. 15 and 18 is 33.
What's your range increment?
So she has the long shot, so her range increment effectively is 60. I wish you could hear the soundtrack. I don't know what they're watching on Netflix or whatever, but it's like very dun 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 dun. Very minor chord stuff.
Some historical drama.
Or it's Umbrella Academy, I think. I don't know.
Roll damage.
Regular. It would be 14.
Okay. You see his shoulder jerk back in response to the strike. His eyes get wide. One more thing. Sorry. Too much combat juggling.
I know, right? The Hound.
I think that should totally be a skill. Combat juggling. Sit there and you're like doing this, and you go, just throw a ball and smacks him in the face. Ah! What? Oh, bam! Oh!
Bowling pin.
When the bullet hits him, it looks like it starts to deflect on striking him, but doesn't deflect enough. And you see he takes it and remember bleed.
I'll remember it. That's really him, I think.
Benny.
Sorry, I guess it'll be after the shot.
Yep. I get to. There is no. When I get to the top, do I emerge in an open area, or does it have walls? And I'm
You get to that top floor. There's another window looking out. It's a dormer this time. You're equal with the upper stories of that building. There are latches and levers on there that tell you could open that dormer and go out onto the roof.
okay. I am immediately going to assault those latches with bad breath. Anyway, I try them and open them up. So that would one to get into the room, up to the window, and then two to fiddle with the latches,
Yep.
and then
You move out onto the old slate roofing.
does it have
Who got
a?
the haste spell?
Robin.
Oh yeah, Robin.
OMFG. You're 1000% right. I used 3 actions when I should have used 4. I didn't think about that. I'm going to take another shot, -5.
Yep.
It can't do more than fire just a stupid round out in the air.
You could use your 4th action. If your 3rd action was your hasted action, you could use it to do something like hunt prey.
Actually, God, that makes sense. Should
I
I
know.
think or should I use bourbon? That makes a fucktard lot. I already rolled. I've got to be honest. I got to be
Yeah,
honest.
but that should
gotta
be
be
your
honest.
number one thing in every combat.
No, you're 1000% right because I thought I had 3 actions, therefore I took the shot first.
If
rather
you
than
if you had
if I
one action, it should be.
Anyway, my
Okay.
roll is a 28 total because of 10 plus 18. -5 is 23. Miss?
You see a ricochet off of the railing up top.
Poor judgment. Sorry, guys.
Benny, you are crawling out the window onto the slate. You see those little pegs in there that hold everything into place. Those look like good mooring points for your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Copper gutters nearby. Looks like if you can scale the roofing and move off to your right, you can get a better view on the facade.
So is an angle more appropriate, or is a higher elevation more appropriate at this point?
You can go higher and you still won't get a better view of the facade. You're going to need to crawl around and move over. There's that private residence with the little courtyard below. If you could get onto the roof there, you've got a good angle across of the front of the building, and you've got a clear view of anybody entering or exiting the building.
Do I have a clear view of the windows? Do I have more of a straight-on view? That's what I'm looking for, is this straight-on view.
Not from the roof where you're at. That dormer still has a very oblique angle to the facade.
Okay. I want to make my way to the place where I can see more completely in that. If that's the adjoining room, building, so be it. I'll go that direction.
Climb check DC 24.
Played this game before, right?
Well,
Oh gosh, 24. Oh shit. I need to clear my desk so it doesn't have stuff on it. Maybe that'll be a little safer. Jeez.
so you rolled a 24?
Yeah, I rolled a 24.
You move your climb distance out across the roof. You've got your rifle slung at the moment just to keep your hands free. That's where your turn ends.
Oh.
Blanca is in the foyer. Robin called down to her.
Blanca needs to start doing some of that wizard shit.
She moves into the base of the stairwell, looking up. Cornell and Robin are kind of trapped on that second floor spiral landing. Well, here's a
Just
hope
letting you know what the Bllod Prince turn is.
and a prayer. Okay, let's see how this turns out. You hear her belt out some words that make no sense. She gestures up towards the stairwell, and you hear her.
Drunk again.
What's that? You hear a curse of anger come from her. Bjorn.
She curses?
Yep.
All right, that little courtyard. I'm trying to picture it in my head. You said that there was a fire escape
Yeah.
attached to this building.
So picture kind of a C-shaped courtyard where the open end of the C goes out onto like a regular street.
Yep.
You're at the top of the C. You just come out of the door. On the bottom side of that C is a ladder that climbs up that building to higher floors.
Okay. So my question is, what's the distance from the fire escape to the windows of the building I'm in?
Oh, so the distance between the top of the C and the bottom of the C?
Yeah.
That is 30 feet.
All right. I have powerful leap, which gives me an extra 5 feet horizontal. Is that too big of a leap?
Repeat the question.
For me to get across, if I launched myself from the fire escape at a window on the Bllod Prince's building, is that too far of a leap?
What's the distance that's granted to you by the feet?
The feet gives me an extra 5 feet up or 5 feet horizontal.
So a horizontal jump without a run. Let's look up jump.
It'll be under athletics.
Yeah, it's all athletics based. I actually can help with that since I've got
You can help with his athletics.
skill. Well, no, it's
Leap.
just that I'm sitting on skills.
You can leap up to 10 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 15 feet. Blah blah blah. Consult the chart. John, what's your movement speed?
If I'm in a rage, it's 35.
Are you? Doesn't matter because that's still in the same bracket.
Yeah.
Climb
wait,
distance.
that's,
Success is 5. 10 is critical. But leap is different.
Yeah, leap is different. Yeah.
Why did they do that? Because leap isn't a chart.
It's not a chart. No, yeah, I was looking at something else. 15 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 30 feet.
All right, so it sounds like it's probably just a bit much.
What does powerful leap do for you though?
Gives me an extra 5 feet vertical or 5 feet horizontal.
You get 20 feet up. Wow. That's what I'm seeing, right? He's a 30 foot. If your speed is at least 30 feet, you land in.
You can clear a you can clear a 15-foot gap with your speed, if I'm reading this right.
All right, I got a backup plan. My idea was to climb the fire escape and leap over through the window. So, Keith, instead, I'm going to duck out into that courtyard and start free climbing the face of the building.
All right.
And I'm going to let the rage take me. Not the bear yet, but just the rage to give me some extra speed.
Oh, hold up. There's the athletics description of long jump is different than the actual long jump action. You can jump up to your movement speed if you can make that athletics check.
Oh, shit.
It's a DC 30 though.
To move 30 feet when you're
you mean
leap.
vertically, not. I mean, you mean horizontally, not vertically.
Yes, that's a long jump. High
Right.
jump is different.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But it does take 2 actions, and you do need a 10-foot running start. But that
Yeah,
is
which-
included in that.
I'm probably not going to get that on a fire escape.
No.
So I'm
It's
just
not
going to
straight.
I'm just going to free climb the building, Keith. I've got a move of 35.
All right.
But I do hear the William Tell overture in the background. Dun-dun, 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 dun.
You clear the first story and almost get to the second.
Okay.
I should get to the end of the second.
Yep. So what are we looking at? Like 1 floor per action?
You're a little over that. Each floor looks like it's about 20 feet.
Okay. So next round, 2 actions should get me to the 5th floor.
And so where are Robin and Cornell?
On the second floor.
Second? Okay.
Yep.
So he charges up to us?
He's on the outside of the building, so you don't see him.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I'm going up like King Kong.
Combat climbing, go.
He just needs to carry Banny up there with him. You know,
Right? Are you his Fei Mei, or what was her name?
It's Yeti Ingrid.
Oh, Bjorn, you love me so much.
Yeti Yvonne. The barrel on this thing is almost big enough to handle the gigantelope. Almost.
Almost.
Robin and Cornell, you can't help but look up this stairwell as it spirals skyward. You see what looks like a cigarette cherry coming your direction. Reflex save.
Oh, God.
It's the right people
Yes.
for it, though.
When staying at the lovely...
29.
Sweet.
reflex. There you are. 29. Whatever happens.
Whatever happens.
But I do have that evasion
Yeah,
special.
you guys are perfect for this.
I think we found the Bllod Prince.
What did you say you rolled?
29.
29. Okay.
Simpatico,
You saved.
which
And
is a
we
critical
both
save.
critically succeed.
Right. So critical save equals...
0.
I don't know. I'm waiting
It's
for the
0.
GM to say that. I'm waiting for the GM.
Let's see here. Saving throw, basic reflex.
We take none. If it's a basic save, we take none.
Okay. You guys press yourselves in awkward ways that let the fire cook off around you. You see it erupt and a burst out and around.
Robin gives a nod of respect to Cornell because recognizing a fellow master of like, what the...
Of holy shit!
Yeah. Bleed one.
All right. I still have to roll some dice.
Yeah, we could lose the staircase. He is, yeah. I'm sorry. I am picturing Voldemort. I know I shouldn't, but I still am.
Did
I know,
Voldemort
it's
ever
not that.
cast a fireball? I mean, ever. But anyway.
I thought he did.
Seems like it was more like insta death or almost
He
like
was-
electrical eldritch.
He was very necromancer electrical, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I remember right now.
We're only like 2 blocks away from Hogwarts in this town.
It's true.
It's only a couple blocks to the west. Check it out.
Banny is totally going to steal the sorting hat. That's what's going to happen.
I just want to yank a mandrake out of a pot.
Cornell and Robin, you hear Blanca cringe behind you. Cornell, your turn.
Bleed one. Bleed one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, it's my honor.
I didn't realize Blanca was right behind us.
Yeah.
Blanca, do you have anything for this?
I can't get through whatever's up there. God damn it.
Robin, how wide is that gap?
It's only about 6 inches. It's smaller than Banny.
Hey. I'm not there,
That's why she said it.
but I would have words. Words.
She's trying to make levity.
To your crispy companion?
Oh, God. Anyway, 6 inches.
Yeah, Cornell, your turn.
Yeah, I'm looking at something. 1 second. I'll just delay while I'm looking at this.
Okay. Robin?
I can see white hair still a glimpse.
Yeah, he's still up there. As you look up, you see him leaning over the banister. He's got one hand aimed down. In his offhand, you see him holding a cane or a stick.
Yeah, great. You know, I'm hunting the prey out of him, and I'm going to try to use the 6 inches of margin to fire at him. I'll take the extra action to brace against the wall, which is basically part of that 6 inches.
Okay.
So that's 2 actions I'm spending. And I'm going to do a hunted shot. It is a 35 on the first,
Roll damage.
a natch on the second. A natch on the second. I can't see my own screen, so forgive me if that's not aimed right. Okay. Wow. Okay. Roll regular damage on the first hit.
Yep.
Okay. Just a 4, no critical. First one, bullet-wise, is 17 damage. It will be combined with the critical hit, which was the second, which would be 48. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Forgive me. That's not quite finished. I did not put in my hunted prey element to that shot. So plus 5 more. So that's not 17. That is 22 for the first bullet. The second shot will be combined on that damage. Okay. Okay. 10 for the first 2d8. Oh, damn. It was 8 and 7. That was good. 8. 2 for each dice. 2, 4, 6, 8. 41 damage on the second bullet. Like, fuck the first bullet. The second bullet is where it was at. It just needed to find the triangulation to be able to actually make the actual hit happen. She was just trying to find the head. The white hair helped. Oh, look, there's a little blood.
You fire the first shot. You see it hit. The second one hit the same target in the same spot. You see his head flip back in a violent manner. You've not seen anybody else on the planet ever survive a shot like that. He disappears behind the railing.
Don't blame him. 1, 2, 3. I've got to reload my ass. So hold on a second. Let me check something. That was 2 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't get past this barrier. Can I try to push?
You shove against it.
Yes.
Give me a strength roll.
Like, so just like a strength modifier of all of +1
Yep.
or athletics?
Whichever you prefer.
Of course,
Yeah.
athletics.
Use
Are
your
you
leverage.
shitting me? I trained for this.
Go ahead and roll it.
Pilates are paying
All
off.
right. That's right. All that is yoga classes and Pilates. 15 plus athletics of 13 is 28.
You push against this thing. You feel like you're pushing against concrete 8 feet thick. It's not moving anywhere.
Okay. I just strain against it. Done.
Fanny, unless Cornell jumps in.
Not ready. I am going to continue my hopping across the rooftop until I can get to a place where I can see more clearly into that set of windows.
You'll be moving around the outside plane, shifting from one face to another, DC 26.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Come on, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
18.
18. You try to make that bridge from one face to the other, and your heart jumps into your throat. You lose a little bit of hand and footing, start to slide, and you lay flat against the building to prevent yourself from going off the side. You move no further. You may attempt another action to keep moving.
I am going to, from this spot, is it even a worse angle than I was at before?
It's not terrible. You've probably got a 45-degree angle in through the windows, which would, in your estimation, allow you to cover maybe a quarter of any room that is on the face of the building.
Well, if I can just set back for a second, unsling the rifle, and then just scan the side of the building and see if there's anybody in any of those windows.
Perception.
Gosh, I am having a really hard time here. That is a 26.
You're looking through the scope?
Yep.
As you scope the windows up and down, you see the windows on the 5th floor and 4th floor start to frost over.
5th floor and the 4th floor.
Uh-huh. As you're looking through them, it starts to opaque, like somebody has taken a can of spray snow and finished off the inside.
I don't have an extra shot. I've used up all my actions at that point.
Cornell, anything?
How's Blanca looking?
Pissed.
She's wounded from
She
the
looks up your
fireball,
direction.
right?
You see her eyebrows are a little singed. Her hair is a little shorter.
And the smell of hair is nasty.
Yeah, she's fuming, but she doesn't look in terrible shape.
I'm gonna move down the stairs to her and spend one action to battle medicine, patch her up a little bit, and I just barely make that 15. So she gets 9 hit points.
You dust off the little singe damage. She looks at you and smiles. One eye winks a couple too many times.
We call that a tick.
And then I probably would have had to drop my gun to do that, and I pick my gun back up.
Okay.
Blanca, do you got anything for us?
She looks back up the stairwell. There's some kind of a force wall or something between us. I can't get anything up there. I couldn't tear it down with my magic. There's a gap, you said?
There's a gap there on the left.
Manny sized.
Can you
I can go
get rid
up.
of the stone wall?
I can't get rid of it, but I can get past it. Just me, though. What kind of shape is he in? Robin! What kind of shape is he in?
I hit him in the head and he flexed back. He should be dead. Maybe it's not him.
I'm going up. Team lead, unless you have an objection.
I have lots. I don't think it's gonna matter though.
That was an honest answer.
She moves up the stairs enough to get to where Robin's hand defines the 6-inch opening, and she dimension doors through it.
Nice. Oh shit. I was like, good yet bad.
That will end her actions. Give her the map and move her into position. Okay. Outside of the building.
So 3 floors, 60 feet. 2 of my actions are 70 feet. That'll bring me up to the 5th floor.
Yep, you arrive. There are 3 windows on this level, 2 clustered together, 1 to the far left.
Are they closed or open?
Closed.
Am I able to break a window and move through it at the same time?
It will cost you an action to sunder the window.
So I only have 1 left. What if I break it with my head?
Then that you spend your action cutting your forehead and opening a window.
But not crawling through. All right. I will, dangling outside the 5th floor window, I will thrust the barrels of the Yeti through the glass to break the window.
You shatter the glass, knock a lamp off of a table that's just inside. It tips over. It's off. It's not illuminated, but you hear it hit the hardwood floor. Off to your left is a huge Davenport cabinet, and off to your right is a desk. Ahead, you see a wall, just a wall.
There's no doors in here?
It looks like it goes either direction. The desk and the Davenport cabinet on either side of you kind of block your view further into the room.
Okay.
I need to place Bjorn here now. To Bjorn, BJ, right.
Did you say BJ is located in
Yes. He doesn't get 1 letter anymore. You got to use 2.
Sorry, Bjorn.
Bjorn's going to rip the Bllod Prince a new VJ. Gonna bite him one.
Bjorn, you bash the window open. Watch all of the debris fall into the room. Some of it drops out, and you hear it clatter on the street behind you. It's cold in here, and you also recognize the duality of the middle welkin.
My favorite.
The lamp that just hits the floor stretches out instead of fully breaking, and it just kind of twists and distorts to about 1.5 times its length. The Davenport cabinet off to your left doesn't conform to the dimensions of a rectangular shape. The desk off to your right, the paperwork moves back and forth like a card dealer in Vegas running across the top. The chair behind it bends at a funny angle. and you see what looks like just at the edge of your vision, what looks like the horn of a phonograph player.
Did Bjorn lick a toad belly on his way up that wall?
Yes, he did.
Me and Mike Tyson.
Having seen the insides of this building before, you're guessing that wall right in front of you separates you from the spiral staircase. You don't see an easy way to get around to it, though.
Okay.
Oh, and a strange sound assaults your ears.
Like dog noises?
Bjorn's favorite.
Is there a fireplace in here?
Little dogs roasting on an open fire. Chestnuts.
It's rough.
Still too soon.
But memorable.
But memorable.
Memorable.
Let's see.
Look, the scars haven't healed yet, okay?
Ouch.
Ouch.
Again, the secret password is Bllod1.
Yes. Bjorn, as you're smashing in the window, watching the room distort in front of you, you see some light from the back of the room bending shadows in funny ways, and you see one form up in front of you by the window and take a semi-corporeal form. It stops in front of the window, kind of this willowy, dark shadow, and you see two limbs bend from the shadow and strike at you.
He's not here.
Well, I'll make sure he remembers when he gets back.
Yeah, right. It's like I'm about to be attacked. Sorry, I got to go somewhere. Evasive maneuvers.
Invasive maneuvers.
Oh, invasive. Sorry.
Yep.
Evasive action worked so well for the USS Grissom. Grissom.
Bjorn,
Yeah.
you're smashing the glass and watching the room deform in front of you. You see what looks like a bit of shadow cast from a lamp on the far side of the room stand up and coalesce in a form that looks humanoid, crossing the room in your direction. And the little stick figure branches two arms that slash in your direction as you're trying to get in the window. First strike is a 31.
Oof, that'll hit.
The second strike is a 26.
That will miss.
Thank God.
That was pitiful. 7 points of damage.
Well, alrighty then.
Back to the action here.
My turn.
Not yet.
Start laughing maniacally. Just do it. He comes from a land down under.
Oh, excuse me. Cornell and Robin, you see what looks like a overpowered Jacob's ladder go off on the 5th floor.
Can you define that a little bit better for the naive in
Lightning.
the audience?
Lightning bolt.
Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Where are all my D12s?
We can dodge. No. Okay.
Oh, mother.
Of pearl.
Mother Pearl.
Sweet merciful crap.
Saving your hero point for life survival, right?
Okay. That's that. Robin, you watch this electrical arc dance out on that 5th floor balcony. You hear a scream from Blanca.
Fuck. What was the result of the athletics of 28 through the force barrier?
Didn't move, won't move, probably will never move.
God damn it. I mean, we're just like stuck. Okay. Good to know. Visual on white hair.
Nothing. No line of sight.
Crowd and rage while reloading.
Okay.
6 inches of clearance, right? That's 2 actions spent, wasted. 5 rounds. Sorry, this is very critical because he only had a box of 20. 9 regular rounds left. Reloaded. 2 actions down. What do? We can't get through this. To Cornell.
Cornell finishes chewing the almonds he's munching on before answering.
Are they flavored? Can I have one?
Salt and vinegar.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
Knock Richter snack time.
Yeah.
Union break.
You squeeze through that cracker, we find another way up.
I mean, like, Robin's going to fucking try. It doesn't make sense, but she's going to try to squeeze through the small opening for what it's worth. What would she even try? Acrobatics?
It's acrobatics, but it usually will take about 10 minutes to get through that crack. 1 minute if you roll well.
Yeah, when you say well, you mean like a crit.
Well, 1 minute is also you
That's-
running 900 feet.
That's 10 turns of actions.
Okay. Anyway,
Well, like I
Just-
said, that's your option. You go through that or we find
Thank-
another way up.
right. There's not another way up that she can see, so she's wasting her last 2 actions attempting with pistol in hand to try to get through this small space if she feels it.
Yeah, you're feeling the futility of this. This forest wall
I mean-
is impenetrable from your point of view.
But she also knows that I'm waiting for the wall to come down, right? Because it's like I got to go down or outside around a building or something. Like that's going to take a minute too. Okay.
Aren't they on the second floor?
Yes.
Are we actually on the second floor?
They have access to the
Yeah.
second floor.
Second
You're-
floor.
Yeah, you got about halfway into the second floor when you hit the barrier. Now
And they're like on the fifth. There's the lightning and all
there's
that.
the railing around the outside edge prevents you from actually getting out of the railing and into that level as well, because there's only a 6-inch gap between the rails. Now,
I mean, hope lives eternal. In terms of like Robin's understanding, like Robin thinks that maybe Blanca can distract him so that the barrier breaks away and she can like make a run up. You know.
Okay. So you're putting your faith in the Herald God.
Of course.
Fanny,
What do you do?
When I scan the windows, do I see anything beside the frost?
No, but that's just disconcerting even from here.
I am gonna put a round through the upper of those windows.
Roll.
It's a 26.
Yeah, you punch through. Even inside the building, you hear, all of you who are, everybody hears that glass punch out, and you hear the chandelier clashing of broken glass fragments as they drop onto a hardwood floor.
Still got that angle and looking down the scope. That was a quiet shot. The next
You
one.
can see from where you're at, you can see into the room, call it about 8 feet. You don't see any kind of movement there. If you could just round that angled cornice onto the other facing, you could get a really good glance in there, but your heart jumps to your throat just thinking about it.
And is there a dormer on that other window, that other side, as I was trying to go around it? Do I see another way to get to that spot?
Sorry, let's look.
I will start kicking down doors to avoid perching on the edge of one of these slate roofs.
Our sniper can't assemble his rifle, and he's afraid of heights.
No, I'm not afraid of heights. I know that I suck at standing on the edge of.
He's not afraid of the heights. He's afraid of the fall.
Of
Yeah.
the fall, the sudden stop at the bottom.
You look up above, you see a huge 20-foot tall chimney above you. Looking across the angle of that facing, you see that there are windows, but they're below the gutter on the level that you're actually on. And there's a skylight about 40 feet distant from you where it turns again to another facing.
Does the skylight give me a view, or would it drop in, or would it allow me a view towards it, or?
It looks like a great foothold, and if you got to that position, you would absolutely have a full view in on that 5th floor.
I gotta go for it. I've got to.
DC
I'm
26.
useless. DC 26. Go team. Good. 20. That's not a 26. That's a 23.
23. You get up to that little crest to move over. You put your hand across to the other side, and you freeze again. Heart rate doubles. Panic attack sets in. You grab your rifle, and then you grab the building, and then you grab the rifle, and you're having to make choices you don't want to make. The sling around your neck, you remember, will hold it. You let go of the rifle. It tugs against your shoulder before it clatters off the side of the building. Presses yourself flat. You are on the opposite face, but you haven't moved more than 3 feet.
I am going to sit down for a second and think about what I've done as a human.
Fanny's in timeout.
See what you've done as a what?
I have to roll a 16 to do this, and
Oh my God.
I'm having a really hard time with that. Okay, continue.
Cornell. Robin's beating against that little gap. She's making no progress. She looks down at you.
Trying to squeeze through this and looking so frustrated and almost
You can see her
almost
hands
feral.
forming the shape, and there's a crescent where the stair kind of moves around, and the widest gap is that 6 inches she first found, and it just narrows towards the edge. Whatever force is between you and moving up doesn't give you any avenue for ingress.
This thing is about mid-height through the second floor or lower than mid-height through the second floor?
About mid-height. There are rails off to the side of you, and you can see out onto the second floor, but you've got those wrought iron bars preventing you from moving.
I'm down 5 or 10 feet because I went down to El Blanca. Can I swing out to the outside of the staircase,
Yep.
climb the outside, and then access the second floor that way?
So you've got basically a circular shape, and the stairwell is just a slightly smaller circular shape. You've got kind of the same impedance between floors.
Okay.
Do a perception check for me.
Not good. 17.
17. Your eyes are frantically searching for a flaw in this where you can exploit an opening into that area. Your mind is just racing too much to focus on anything logical.
That's fine. Do I recall what the front of this building looked like? Does it seem climbable?
5 stories.
I only need to get to the second floor.
There's windows on every floor. The distance between them is achievable.
Then that's what I do. I holster my gun, move out to the front, and turn my any tool into a pickaxe to assist climbing.
Okay. You begin your ascent. What are you going to do with your last actions? Foolish girl.
Silly girl. Tricks are for kids.
Use that. Fuck. You're so screwed.
Said character Blanca.
Blanca. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shouldn't have memorized all those dancing light spells. Damn it.
We will do that.
Oops.
That's Bjorn.
Okay. So I'm still half in the window. I'm going to get Mr. Stick Figure a barrel of the Yeti.
Okay, go ahead.
18. That's a good hit. 34.
That hits.
Crit.
34 is a crit.
Sweet.
Nice.
Does it look like it does damage to him?
Wait, 1 second. Sorry, can't be critted. Just a hit.
Okay.
Damn it.
No fatal, no deadly. +4. 22 points of damage.
You watch the dark material that makes up this creature shred like you shot a curtain. Parts of it try to stick back together but don't entirely recuperate. It doesn't seem to take kinetic damage like a human would, but it's like shooting through a curtain. You've ripped out a good chunk of it, but it doesn't go away.
All right, then I'm going to. It's going to take me an action to get into the room and find my feet.
Yep.
Okay. Then I will do that. And boy, just at point blank range, give it another barrel of the Yeti.
Okay.
Message for you, sir.
31 minus 5 is 26.
Hit.
Ugh. 3, 6, 7, 10 points of damage. Woohoo!
You barely clip it. You see that devastation is reaped upon the wall behind it.
Yeah.
In your anxiousness to get into the room, you didn't quite get the barrel all the way up before you pulled the trigger.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
notice off to your left by the Davenport cabinet, the shadows there waver in unnatural ways. There's more than one.
All righty. That's my actions. I'm done.
You hear a door open off to your right and a heavy thump, and the sounds of hands pulling across the floor, kind of that.
Oh, come to Bjorn. Please let me have broken into your panic room.
Panic room much?
We'll take up that. And
Bleed 1?
sure. I don't do that anymore, though.
Okay.
Okay, there goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Okay. Bjorn, you are dealing with these moving figures in front of you, and suddenly there is what looks like fire erupting in this chamber. You see that it starts off to your right and looks like it closes off any avenues of ingress to the right side of the room.
Like a wall of fire.
Exactly like a wall of fire.
Are the shadow puppets on this side of the fire with me?
They are.
Is the fire side where I was hearing Stinky McStinkface trying to crawl for his panic room?
Yeah. You see the fire start off to your right and race across the room in front of you, blanking out the wall in front of you and ending, basically making a fire curtain between you and the two shadowy figures are on this side of the curtain, and the rest of the room is on the other side of the curtain.
Okay.
Robin.
So, struggling in futility, now I see that Cornell has gone out to the window.
He ran out back through the front door.
He ran out down
Uh-huh.
to the front door.
Yep, he disappeared underneath that hallway back outside.
I'm going to stick to his 6.
You descend the stairs, run behind him. You see his feet as he pulls himself up the outside of the facade and starts skyward.
He's just like grabbing handholds and going. There's no fire escape.
You look up to the face of the building and see him grabbing impossible places as he moves up the side of the building.
So frustrated. There's nothing else, right? There's just like wall.
Perception?
Who's climbing the building?
Cornell.
Okay.
27.
You glance at the face of the building. The handholds here don't look practical at all. You glance around frantically to see what you can see. You catch a glimpse of movement on the rooftop opposite you. You take a moment and see Banny up there, pinned against the side of the building on the rooftop.
Yep, there's Banny. He's like a Christmas tree ornament.
Curse. I can't climb up a straight wall, and I can't go through a force wall. No, nothing I can go up like that I can see.
Not on this side of the street.
Okay. Around another side?
You want to go check?
Sure. What the fuck? How many actions it took me to get down here? 30 feet movement.
Yeah, you got 2 actions. You can go east or west, or you north if you want. North is where Banny is.
But on this side of the building, not on his side, over on the other side. 9.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go north.
But what?
No.
Wait, no. I know I'm going to cross the street, so I'm just going to try to look and see on the other side if there's something I can climb up that way.
All right. So you exit the building out. Do you want to around the corner, or tuck into the cubby?
Closest.
This one?
Yeah, that seems closest. I'm with you.
Okay. You round the corner. You see that there's a little cubby here in the building. On the back side, you see a fire escape ladder over on this side. You can almost get to it before the end of your movement if you wish.
Spend my 4th action trying to get to as far on that fire escape as possible.
You get up 1 story on the fire ladder by the end of your actions. Banny.
I have slung my rifle at this point, or I'm slinging my rifle if I haven't yet, and I am going back to the frickin' dormer window and taking a long trip all the way down the stairs Do I see what's happening across the way? I saw Cornell just go up the wall, and I see Robin doing the same thing, trying to.
Yeah, you see Cornell climbing up the face and Robin tear ass up to around the corner and disappear from sight.
Yeah, and there's no way I can. This is not working. I am going to get back to the dormer window. Is that a 24?
Yep.
Come on, 24. Yep, that's 24. Actually, it's a 26. Gosh. Still wouldn't have made it around the other corner.
You make your way back to the dormer, put your feet on hardwood floor, and take a sigh of relief.
And then after paddling the wetness around my thighs, I'm going to just start taking the stairway back down as quickly as possible.
Cornell,
I am climbing towards that second story window.
what's your climb rate?
It is 5 feet on a success, 10 feet on a crit.
Roll it.
31.
That's a crit.
So that's 10 feet. I'll probably need one more of those.
Yep.
21, 22.
Normal movement.
5 feet away.
Yep.
Another 22.
Okay. You move up into position. That ends your round.
Yep.
Better than 1 hit point. Bjorn.
All right, I'm going to release the Yeti and pull the axe as an action.
Okay.
The Yeti will swing down on its harness. And I heard the thumping and the grunting coming from that direction where the wall just jumped up.
Yep.
I'm going to let out a shriek of Viking rage and hurl myself through the wall of fire.
All right. You will take. Let me double check. Never mind. You move towards the wall of fire.
Do I pass through it?
I'll find out. You move through the wall of fire. Do you guys? Each side of the wall. Creature. Okay, you don't get a save.
Okay.
You take 28 points of damage from fire.
Oof. So I back out 5 because I still have my Hellfire boots on with the resist 5.
Okay.
We just took away the nasty, stomping, flaming death that they used to do.
Yeah. Let me get back to the map here. You stomp through the fire, and off to your left, you see a record player. Off to your right, you see what looks like a cabinet of some sort. It's peaked at the top. It's got a mesh across the front. There's stuff on the shelves. You can't really make it out. Off to your left, you see a door on the other side of the phonograph. There are a couple of boxes on the other side of the door. Beyond those boxes at the far end of the room looks to be like some kind of a specimen case. You see a cabinet with animal parts and perhaps human parts stored in there. There's a small coffee table in the corner, and the entire length of the wall to your right looks like bookshelves.
Is there a way to-
The fire seems to be nipping at them and singeing pages, but not doing extraordinary damage.
Is there a way to, excuse me, do a perception to see which direction I heard the thumping and the man groaning?
Mm-hmm. Roll of perception.
24.
You see that the door that's off to your left is open about halfway, so that the lip of it is toward you and just adjacent to the phonograph. Beyond that, you look into a room that has some illumination in there, and you see shadows moving around violently.
I will use the rest of my move to get into that room.
Roll another. You rolled a 24 on your perception, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You pound into the room, and you see another one of those spindly, shadowy things off to your right at the entrance to the spiral staircase. You look down as you there toward the base of the room and don't see anything below you.
There isn't a man in here.
Nope. There's not a woman in here either.
And the only way out is down the spiral staircase.
On the back wall to your right looks like there's a bunch of wires that are plugged into the back of a board. It almost looks like the back of an operator's switchboard. Probably on the other side of this wall is some kind of machinery that has to do with radio or communications.
I got one action left. One of those spindly creatures is in here.
Yep.
Can I reach him with the axe?
What was your movement?
35.
Yes.
Try to kill it.
You move forward and close with it, and you hear a sound like beneath you, like you recognize Blanca's whimper as you almost trod on her.
Is she on the floor? That I just like.
You stepped almost on her as you went through the shadow.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Let me kill this thing, or try to. Maybe not. 29.
Hit, not a crit.
Okay. $17.
Your axe tears through it. Again, that's like tearing through curtains with some viscosity. You recognize you hit it, but you're going to need probably 2 more of those before it's shredded.
Okay.
Question: Is that a striking? Is there a striking rune on that axe?
There is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I got 2d12 instead of 1.
I was just checking to see if it's enhanced, if it has any extra capability.
Bjorn, you hear Blanca scrambling beneath you, trying to move to the corner of the room and put you between her and that shadowy creature. She doesn't vocalize yet. You glance at the shadow in front of you, but you see movement off to your left through the spiral staircase, and the 2 that were in the room on the other side of the wall of fire have just walked straight through that wall of fire and entered the room with you.
So I've got 3 of them in here with me now.
Yep.
One of them I tore into.
Yep. One looks to be injured still, the other fresh.
Okay.
It lopes and moves through the railing of the spiral staircase. One of them comes around the other side. You are flanked. And one reaches at you through the shadows. The 2 that came into the room only get 1 strike.
So I can't be caught flat-footed. Does that affect flanking?
I think so.
I think flanking is -2, but he can't. No special abilities that require flat-footed. But I don't know.
The 2 that close in from the side through the spiral staircase and the one that comes up from behind you, claw at you, their attacks are easily dodged. The one in front of you strikes with a 28.
And that is what he needs. 28 exactly.
You take 13 from that strike.
Ouch.
He comes at you with a second strike minus miss. And because he didn't have to move, he takes a wild ass shot with his third, and it's ineffective.
But now they're all 3 close together, right?
Yes.
Yep. All he needs is that 20.
You've got one on each flank. If you get a good hit, you can clean them through.
Yeah, that's when the sweep would kick in. Guys, this will have to be the last round for me because it's 2 a.m. here.
Oh my
I was
god.
completely
I
shot
didn't even realize the time. Yeah.
last week. Goes out till we were done 3, a little bit after 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal, man.
Mike punched out so fast, his shadow was still in the room before he left.
I was tired. Plus, I had to be up early to catch that flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. That happens. And Robin.
So I've just now made it maybe to 2nd floor.
Yep.
Okay. I'm still ascending.
At the end of your move rate using the ladder, what is that? 10. Oh, make
30 foot.
Because a critical will get you more distance.
What? Sorry.
DC's a 15 on a ladder.
Oh, For what? Athletics?
Yep.
Dang it! It literally landed on top of other dice. That's not cool.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Athletics, right? You said.
Yep.
Why is this not? It is. Okay. 29. Okay.
Critical. That's
If he
10.
needs a 15, that's a critical.
And roll again.
Is there a minus or we're just
Nope.
straight up?
Straight up.
Second is 22.
Crit.
Not a crit.
Single.
You need a 25 for a crit. So 5 more feet. Roll again.
Third action. Oh. It's 30. So we
Okay.
got a crit.
So 25 feet total. One more.
It's 30 foot.
It's climb though. Climb is
Oh,
not your
climb.
move speed, and you can't
Okay.
use haste for a climb.
Oh, yeah. So not a fourth.
I don't get a fourth action, you mean? Then I'm done. That was 3.
Yeah. So you're hovering around the 4th floor.
Okay. So my fourth action, I breathe. Okay.
Danny, you're back in the hallway. The door was left open when you came out. It had a self-closing mechanism, but didn't close all the way. You slide through.
Yep, slide through and start making my way back down. I've got the rifle in my hand. I have the Toro on my hip. As I'm just cycling until I get to the bottom floor, and I'm going to.
You reach the top of the landing, facing the first floor, but don't get any further.
Okay.
Cornell.
Smash the top half of the window where I think it's going to be above that force ball.
Yep.
And then climb in over it and see if
You're-
I'm standing on top of half of the room.
It doesn't extend that far. You land on the floor.
Okay. Then I will head towards the staircase. And when I bump into that wall, I'll climb on top of it and then proceed up the staircase.
You get to the 3rd floor landing.
Okay.
Let me move you into position. Cornell is on the run. 3rd.
Having single digit rounds to reload with is really scary.
Cornell, as you get onto the stairwell and you're running up, you see the shadows in front of you not moving normally with the light. You see 2 shadowy figures in your near proximity.
All right.
End of the round. Blanca.
Do we want to call it there for John?
You want to call it there, John?
Yeah,
We're
if we're back
finishing
at the top of the batting order, I'm gonna have to call it tonight.
At the top of the batting order.
Cool. Thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
And we blew up a boat.
And blew up a
That's
boat.
right. That feels like so long ago.
Yeah. It was like last session or the session before at this point.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Last week.
Danny's getting his cardio in for the day.
Oh
No.
Down
God.
for me.
Either it's in my throat or it's beating out of my chest, whichever comes first.
All right, Bjorn, well, you're in the thick of it now.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. All right, fellas. Enjoy your reading. I'll talk to you this week.
Oh, you bastard.
See you, John.
See ya.
Ah.
Hey, I wish I could. I wish I could do that, but I've got things. I got things and stuff, man.
Hmm.
Things and stuff.
Yeah, got things.
Sounds like Bjorn is at least half, if not more, damaged.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Blanca's dying, wounded.
She's at 3 hit points.
Oh,
She's taken down to 1, and she was able to spend an action with a cheer on bar,
Mhm.
then got 2 more back.
Well, it's better than 0.
It's better
Yeah.
than 1
but
and 0.
yeah,
Damn.
it's not healthy up there.
It's so frustrating, but it is what it is.
You think you're frustrated? At least the option to move is something I have, but I have to roll a 16 or better, and I've really just not rolled anything above a 16 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Robin, your shots were devastating.
Oh,
Oh
Absolutely.
God! When I
Yeah.
got that crit on that second shot, fuck. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to kill it, but I'm like, that had to have changed his perspective on the situation.
Oh, yeah. You activated some contingencies that were there for mortality reasons.
Great. And thus we die.
Mm.
No, it's true.
mutually assured destruction at that point, right? Yeah.
Go full out mad. Yeah.
No, Cornell, that was wise to get up above the force wall.
Yeah, it's I'm what 2 floors below Bjorn and Blanca though, so I've got whatever's on this floor next to me and whatever's on the floor above me before I'm regrouped with them. So I think it'll be an interesting battle up these stairs.
Well,
So help me understand. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to know rules wise. So I couldn't take my 4th action because I'm running upstairs, or because it's treated as
Haste
climb?
Haste
lets
is
you
only
specifically do a stride or a strike action. It's not a movement; it's a stride action.
Right. So
Climbing
A
is
the
fiver?
a
stride
stride.
is not running upstairs.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, yes, it is running upstairs. It's not climbing a ladder. Climbing is a climb action.
Oh yeah. So I'm picturing. Yeah, you're right. I'm picturing like a fire escape in New York City. Stair, stair, stair. This
No,
isn't that.
It's just a ladder.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's important because I was picturing it differently, like aesthetically and everything too. Yeah.
Well, and Keith didn't fully understand the whole rules of how force wall works, so I left a gap.
Well,
I don't know if I can cast through it, but I can cast around it.
You can
Mhm.
cast light spells through it.
Light spells?
Light.
do you mean like literally I give you light?
Light.
Let there be light.
Yeah. So I thought, well, I can't close it off entirely if I want to affect you. I left enough room for Robin to shoot back, which was very painful.
Right. With the crit, shit. Yeah.
But magic missiles are going to hit no matter what if I can see you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or,
Right.
excuse me, not light spells, visual effects.
Mhm.
But light would count as a.
Do you
Yeah,
mean
visual.
industrial lights and magic type spells?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So by blocking you, I blocked myself.
Right.
But that block,
You live longer.
That a force wall is nothing to scoff at. You can't do enough damage to that thing with normal weapons to do anything to it.
Right. Can't force your way through it or anything. I keep playing which I think is right, the ignoramus. It's not like I studied magic at Hogwarts.
You can hit it easily, but the hardness alone negates any damage you can do. Maybe Bjorn full rage striking it could do some damage.
Yeah.
I don't know. That thing is
Not enough.
It would take him forever to break through that thing.
It
He might do 1 or 2 points of damage, but
it would be weeks, right?
Yeah.
The spell would fade before you could damage it enough.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, and Blanca just threw herself straight into hell. She's in the worst position she's ever been in.
God, no joke. I mean, like literally, if you wanted to snuff her out, then like it's over. But there's still threats on him.
She cast invisibility on herself, so she wasn't a direct target, but that doesn't fully obfuscate herself from everything up there.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Well, Bjorn's standing over her now, so at least there's a bigger target.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that, yeah, if they all get full rounds on him. Bound it unless he does a magical hit where he just does a d20 and he can take out the 2 that he did a bunch of damage on.
Yeah, they might all go out together. So
Yeah.
let's see.
It's just, and I can't get an angle on anything. It's devastating because I thought, here's the hotel and here's the building. They just match up. So just fire away.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
sorry to rain on your parade, Banny.
Yeah, the fact that those rooftops are abysmal. I hate them. I've got a battlement and I've got, nice chunky structures and flat ground. Absolutely, I'll sniper all day long.
Right? But they're inside and you can't see it. And
well, I just should have been, because of what happened at the Ibis, I should have recognized the fact that the other rooftops were equivalent to that. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sorry about the setback on your weapons, Robin.
Setback on weapons?
They were retrieved as evidence, or at least removed.
Oh, that was great. Actually, I love that hook, right? Frankly, right, from her paranoid perspective, she felt a bit validated because she was like, no, I want to get it first and then we'll run. And like, nope, follow the lead. Okay, fuck, I don't want to do this. And it created an extra distraction. And then we had to role play with that. That was cool.
Yeah, I can't imagine walking into a police station in a one piece.
Yeah.
And managing this whole thing.
She just had to lean into it and just say, okay, well, we're going to try to use that anyways, because I have a body. I'm going to see what I can get for it.
Wow. Way to play it cool, Cornell.
Cool. Play it chill.
Yeah.
Very chill.
I couldn't imagine a scenario where it went too far without some kind of repercussions for the officers, but they were intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that situation was very uncomfortable and could have ended up in like a week of waiting.
Yeah, you could have got caught up in paperwork and filing.
I love the fact that there was a Karen, like just 2 in front, to just be like real and like also say, yeah, don't do that. Use your assets, not your liabilities. Speaking of SWAT.
Tonight did not go any direction I had anticipated.
No kidding.
No, none of it. I kind of threw my arms up before tonight even started. I mean, over the last week, I was like, okay, what are they going to do? How are they going to do it? What's the approach? I'm like, I knew what he was doing. And there were certain triggers that you guys stepped on that set him in motion.
Sure.
Well, the first one being an exploding boat, I'm sure.
God. Yeah.
He had communication with the captain on the boat, so he knew the minute that guy died. So that's what threw him into overdrive to get out of town.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a lot of business to close up here and just can't jet.
Right. He can't just like say, okay, me out with all my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had to make a bunch of arrangements, and his window was closed. So you caught him before he could get out too.
Yeah. I mean, now you got you got a cornered tiger.
Yeah. You know what, though? Cornell said we should go and look for the cargo first. And I think that would have been a brilliant idea, to track down the cargo first, scan all those areas, those buildings up and to the side over there, up north and east. And if we would have been able to do that, we could have actually held the cargo and then dealt with him on our own terms.
On our turf. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is that everybody took the bait, because I guarantee that was not him walking in, because he would have had his dog with him. He would have had full protection.
Right.
And Banny's
But
just
also to
sitting
give
here going,
kudos,
what the hell?
right? I mean, like, because we're gonna get pulled in. I mean, like, what are you gonna just ignore what just happened?
Yeah, actually, it's a
Just
trap.
like that didn't happen.
Are you gonna stop Bjorn from running after him like that?
Well, the funny
You're
part
not.
is whenever I do something, Bjorn's like, oh, and I'm like, okay, whatever. You do what you do. It's funny. It was hilarious.
I also give Cornell props for like reading the room, as it were, with Robin too, like calming her. Maybe that's a part of his experience with Blanca to a certain extent. But yeah, I mean, I was playing the fucking pissed woman who's like, this is bullshit, and like, needing some emotional. I don't know what to call it.
Je ne sais quoi?
Je ne sais quoi.
That's exactly what you said.
But it helped and then alleviated the situation. Even though then it was like suddenly you're in thick Gallic where it's like, do you speak Latin right? It's like, okay, well, it's okay. At least you've calmed down the element that's next to you to be able to act in her element. Otherwise, she would have been an ember ready to burn in something because of what was going on. Yeah.
It was interesting. We got to a point where everybody was in a language that they were not comfortable with, and there was no guile left.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, exactly. No fibbing now.
Can't get away from it.
Gosh. But yeah, it just melted down so fast. Yeah.
Yeah, we do it. I don't know what to say about what's happening next, but it's going to take me at least 3 or 4 turns to get to a place where I can do anything.
Yeah. You can't just like create a slide and just like
Well,
across
I'm at the top of the first floor. I am going to run over to our room, drop off the rifle, jump through the window.
Why not just bring the rifle with you?
Just bring the rifle. Yeah. Just don't use the scope.
The rifle does do a considerable amount of damage, but volley, I'm going to be at a negative for everything.
Right.
I've got my Toro, and I have the Derringer, so
your rifle is a 1+ weapon, meaning you can still carry it even without a sling and still use your one-handed weapon.
I guess that's true.
You don't need to take the time to go drop it off, or just stash it in the roof and then we'll recover it.
Right.
Don't spend a round or two dropping off a rifle.
An action. Because
that reminds me of like the meta moment where it was like, oh, shouldn't Robin do hunt prey for a 4th action? And I'm glad that I'd already rolled, because like in that moment of the heat, like shooting the second time instead, yes, a miss. It's like, yeah. I mean, like not retroactively saying, no, that's right. I have 4 actions. Let it play.
Let it play. But if I go through our room, I just open up the door. That's the only blocker, because I just jump out the window there.
If you're on the first story, why don't you just
go out
jump
the
off
front door?
I jump off the roof.
No, I'm inside of the building. I came back in and went down the stairs.
Oh, I thought you were outside.
Oh gosh, okay. I could not climb. There's a lip, and you have to. And so far, I've proven that I am completely useless on any sort of athletics check at this point.
Well, you didn't have a critical fail when you were trying to get over there, so you didn't fall.
Die? Yeah, I didn't fall. So
we got the same athletics.
11?
Oh, never mind. Okay, Robin is better. I thought you had a 13. It's only 2 more.
Yeah, it is only 2 more, but you tend to roll 20s. I tend to roll 6s.
Remember, kids, buy red dice.
Yeah, I
Good
actually
dice like you.
went through and looked at all of my D20s and said, which one is the one I am going to work with tonight? And I went through every single one of them. And
They suck.
they do. They all suck in their own special ways. There's six total. I mean, I
What-
got a few
what-
spots,
I
but
mean, don't feel too bad. My only 20 was shooting at a force ball, so real productive.
just like 20 more shots of that, right? And
I don't think I even did damage to it. I don't
Oh,
think I hit it hard enough.
No,
What did the 94 on the boat do?
the 94. I rolled a 99.
oh my.
I was looking to see if he got off the boat before it blew up, and he
Yeah.
And he didn't.
He didn't.
But his save,
It's so
Saved him.
good.
Made
Yeah.
up for it.
It basically just the
yeah,
Carries
I know.
him
You know,
off.
I wanted to roll my roll before he rolled, and I grabbed.
Yeah.
I was looking for the proper dice, and I finally got him, and I rolled him just after he did. And I'm like, I had a 90 on my D10 and a 9 on the other D10. I'm like, you don't make it, buddy.
you don't you're boom. Oh. And that thing went up so bad. It's funny because I almost don't expect it to actually catch fire. I know that there's flaming boards in there, but
It's
it like
all wood. I mean, the whole damn thing is a
Yeah,
woody.
but it had just started. The fire had just started, and it probably the fuel was on fire and so forth. But the fact that the boiler blew,
The boiler. I mean,
yeah.
it's
those
like
cast iron things when they go, that is
Oh,
just that's the
devastating.
biggest grenade you've ever set off.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like I would expect it almost the shockwave to put out all of the fire in that. But
Did you portray the beautiful wood workmanship of the boat before it blew up again?
the teak.
I
I
don't
think it
know.
was raining down on you as you made your exit.
Bjorn grabbed the handrail, the teak handrail. It had a little dried blood on it, but
That was a beautiful, like, wooden station wagon of a yacht boat. I don't know. It was something.
a yote, a bot.
I'm gonna grab something. I'll be right back.
I probably should go. I'm in a mood.
A mood.
What does that
What does
mean?
that mean?
In a mood.
Yeah.
Work sucked. I'm not been like 100%.
I got you, man.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little pissy tomorrow, and I have to develop some training for a company that I just need to get stuff done. But anyway, it's not happening tonight. I want to go to bed so I can wake up and not be as cranky.
Fair enough, man. I got you.
Let me actually see what my first item is on the schedule. But anyway, I'm also doing NaNoWriMo in the background.
What is that?
National Write a Novel in a Month, which is
Oh,
why
yeah.
I can't read his stuff. John dropped it on this month. That is the month of what
Writing.
yeah, it's my month of writing.
How's that coming along?
I'm at 46,000 words out of 50. I'm not
You're
stopping
there.
there. I'm not
Yeah.
stopping though. This is good
Yeah,
stuff.
keep going. That's awesome, man. That's a
Yeah.
good amount of words.
It's I have missed this so much. I didn't realize how much I needed it. Very cathartic release. What?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, it's Blanca.
Hey, wait,
Or I
wait,
saw
wait.
I saw the one that you had as on the YouTube channel or something.
Yeah, I just threw that one together, and I thought I should probably own this and just make one. So I was gonna have
Nice.
Robin and her go in opposite directions, but I kind of ran out of time. So
That's cool.
It's awesome.
So you just felt like, let me go ahead and like do the body shape of her doing the psh,
yeah,
pow pow.
Awesome.
I need to get drawing. I've got so much to do. Hey, thank you, Mike, for throwing your edits on Noct Richter.
I hit Fangs as well. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't, but I need to get aggressive on that. I want those done. I'm kind of trying to take the John agenda and say, before Christmas, I need these things in ship shape.
Yeah. I need to. You were talking about Neuchâtel as well.
Yeah, I've made some pretty good headway on that one. I threw that message to you. I'm like, nobody will ever enjoy Neuchâtel as much as we did. I don't care how I write it up. That was so organically awesome. It's impossible to recreate.
And you shouldn't have to, or you shouldn't need to go that route. But having all the story elements, all the story pieces there, we had a lot of fun with actually trying to invade his space through deception without triggering him too much. Honestly, I don't think anybody would take that route. But of course, being deception and diplomacy and all that, I don't have any other skills.
I mean, really, this session, if it hadn't been for the locker and the recovery of stuff from the locker, and then us making our planning, it really would have just been pretty much combat conclusion and combat. So
I don't know.
You guys have just unraveled this thing in ways that are really unsettling to me. I had built up this idea that Echelon and the soldiers they had hired would be on point to help the Bllod Prince basically make an egress from the city with all that support around him.
Right.
And the only thing that worked to your favor is that they were planning a night exodus. And you could have potentially used that,
Yeah.
Lady Usher-ish thing to throw something at it. But with the Bllod Prince and the Echelon agents and the soldiers, it would have been an overwhelming force for you guys. Mm-hmm. And you plucked every feather off this chicken.
That's a bald chicken.
Oh man. Well, and it started with the coffee shop, just outside of the cafe.
God.
Well, and it came. Fleur is just such a wild card. She is so arrogant and just stupid that she ditched her team to go get a little donut and some coffee.
Jeez.
Wait, is that a figure of speech?
Yeah. No.
She really did.
She hates the team lead, the captain who was running this thing. She has zero respect for him. The sniper who you guys took out, that was the only guy in the entire squad she had any respect for. And so when she got taken out, he lost it and called on the three guys, the three soldiers. He's like, he wants retaliation. So he set them down, put himself in position, and basically destroyed the whole mission. Because once he opened fire, you guys were in your own mode and just removed all of that protection. So the captain is like, where are my people? And so the next thing he knows, his whole team is gone.
It's just him and the other yacht goers.
Yeah, him and the Bllod Prince are like, he's like, oh, fuck. And you don't call home with that kind of news.
Nope.
No, he's like, okay, what's the plan? I know we got support on the boat. I'll get across town. I'll get there. We'll work a new plan. And then you guys show up.
I love that reel, right? I mean, because, we basically fucked their plan. Their arrogance and our attack.
Yeah.
Recognizing, really, the group recognizing that this was the time.
It really was Fleur all the way because of all of her notes. Just her precision in what she was doing, all of those notes that were left. Just we could walk right through that. We could cross every person off the list.